Johnny Blamer is one of my all-time favorite Piston Cup racers, simply because of the ridiculous backstory behind him. According to Meet the Cars, Johnny Blamer has never finished a race in the Piston Cup. He has over 400 starts and 0 finishes. He always ends up in some sort of crash or collision, and thus has been given the nickname Magnet Face, something that I may or may not have joked about on the channel a few times.
Your name is... It's
Magnet
Face?
That's right.
Can't read my, no, we can't read my Magnet Face.
Okay, so more than a few. This made Johnny Blamer one of my most wanted Piston Cup racers, and with it being one of the only ones missing from my collection, I was so glad to finally see him get a re-release in 2023. Magnet Face, welcome home. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Johnny Blamer, so let's get started. Alright. I'm so happy to finally have Johnny Blamer. I have so many jokes planned for this guy in other videos, you have no idea. I'm sorry in advance. About his artwork here, and I gotta say, Johnny Blamer has one of the goofiest looking artworks in my opinion. Like what is his face? What is his face supposed to be? Moving on to the back, we have As Seen in Cars with Greg Candyman. Misty Motorcross was also released alongside Johnny. Still haven't found her. I really hope I can. Krusty Rotor, Lizzie. It's going to be very sad for, 2024 is going to be a no Lizzie year, I assume. As we all know, Lizzie sort of comes and goes in the diecast line. We seem to get her on odd years, but not even years. We got Fillmore and Dexter Hoover with green flag there. Let's get Johnny here out of the package. I'm so glad to finally be done reviewing all these cars that I've had sitting around for weeks. And, yeah, but now that we got Johnny out of the package, let's take a closer look at him. He's got a very interesting color scheme. Really like the green. Not all that many Piston Cup racers that are green, and I've complained a lot in the past about how it feels like so many, next gens are blue or green. But when you get back to Cars 1, there's such a wider variety of colors on the racers, which is why I just said it feels pretty rare to see a green Piston Cup racer from the first Cars movie. Of course, there certainly are others, but none in this shade of green. He, of course, is the four-wheel drive racer. They sell fake, dirt decals for urban SUVs, just like off-road. That's the funniest concept for the car series, you know? That's one of the things that I love about the car series. It's like vinyl toupe. It's like, of course, they sell fake decals for off-road cars to look fake tough, you know? It's like four-wheel drive is like the Cars universe equivalent of tattoo sleeves, and I think that's really funny. Very interesting with the shade of light blue they use for him. I feel like on most characters that wouldn't work, but I think it looks just fine on old Magnet Face here. And here, of course, is the Magnet Face itself. You can see he looks very frustrated. Number 54 there on the light, 54 on the side, and I love how that light blue is actually supposed to be the sky, as on his side, Johnny has just an entire diorama painted, okay? We've got a forest like this, we got trees over here, and I love how it's treated just like any other Piston Cup racer. These are like racing stripes any other one would have, but on Johnny, they're trees. At the number 54 here, all your different Piston Cup secondary sponsors: Nitroway, the Piston Cup, Revolting, Octane Gain, Mood Springs, Vitaline, No Stall, Gaskets, Gasprin, Easy Idle, RPM, Little Turkey Pistons, and Leakless. You can see the bottom ones are getting covered up by the four-wheel drive fake dirt decals, which is just such a nice, funny detail. Johnny Blamer is one of those cars where I feel like he really screams 2006 graphic design. This would not work on a car today, and Tommy Highbanks is a really, really good modernization of Johnny, but you gotta love just the amount of detail. They really painted a full forest on the side of this guy. Four-wheel drive for urban SUVs, dirt decals. I also really like the fact that the tire treads go all the way across the top, as if an urban SUV just drove over Johnny Blamer. Just a very small one. That's why we used Luigi. On the back, once again, four-wheel drive. I feel like I need to be yelling it. Four-wheel drive! Ah! There we go. On the back, four-wheel drive, just like off-road. Man, I miss the slogans on the Piston Cup racers. They really give you insight into what the company was. But again, very 2006. You don't really see that. I feel like a racer nowadays probably wouldn't have a logo explaining what the product is. I think they would assume that you either would know or would just Google it. We've got number 54 there on the back. There is a look at his other side. And finally, there is a look at the base. And now it's time for the ultimate test. Is Magnet Face magnetic? Go, Johnny! Stick to my fridge! Yeah! No, I'm just kidding. He's die-cast metal. It's not magnetic. And I don't want to damage him. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Say bye, Johnny Blamer. Say goodbye. Johnny, be nice to the viewers. Say goodbye. See how it is. Maybe you deserve to be crushed into.